to all you Virgos. Welcome for your monthly horoscope for May 2015. And this is going to be one of the most important months on an inner level for the Virgo. And why is that? There are some important things going on. Firstly, I will be talking about the Neptune-Saturn square. This is so important for the mutable signs, and you're one of them. Then I'm going to be talking about Mercury retrograde, but it is linked with the Neptune-Saturn square. And I'm going to tell you a tiny little bit about a fixed star called Caput Algol and what that is doing. But let's get started. So the Virgos are really into discovering what their priorities are. This is the key word, the key advice. You can stop this video now because this is the main thing. The main theme of May 2015, it's discovering your priorities when it comes to you, when it comes to your core, when it comes to you as a person. The square of Saturn and Neptune. Saturn is about definition, reality. Neptune is about vision. It's about dreams. It's about fantasy. It's about inspiration. So those two, they are in a clash. And I've been talking about this for a while, so it won't be over next month. But it's in phases, so it goes up and down and up and down. And this month, May, is one of the trickiest months. Well, tricky in that way that in order for you to know and discover your priorities, you will go through a phase of not knowing, of being a bit confused, of being a bit, not really knowing where you're heading at. And I know that Virgos really dislike this. I'm a Virgo myself. It's not only by observing, but by experience that I know that Virgos, the least they like is confusion and chaos. But know you Virgos out there, that this is in order for you to know exactly what your priority is. And it has to do with home and work. But it has to do with you and other people as well. So what is happening with you is that the four angles, the roots of your chart, the core or the key areas of your life, for a better word, are triggered. So therefore it's such an important month for you, the month of May. Saturn is in the lowest part of your horoscope, which means it wants to define you. The fourth house is your roots, it's your core identity, it's what you are all about, it's literally your house, your environment, it's your family life, it's where you're coming from. So you are finding your priorities there. And in order for you to find them in a very qualitative high way, you need to go through a bit of the mist in order for you to know exactly what your priority is. So that's the process, and this process is the whole month of May. So it's not going to last forever, this process of being a bit more insecure than usual, being a bit more not knowing exactly where you're heading at, but it's all for a reason. So, and the reason is to know exactly where you're heading at. That's the reward. And that is where Saturn is. And Saturn is in your fourth house of home and family and of your core identity. So there's a lot of activity going on in your 10th house as well, which is work. So your ruler is there, it's going backwards and forwards. And also Mars is there and the Sun is there. So a lot of male energy going through your 10th house, which means quite busy. Quite active when it comes to work, but also a time where there can be, again, this confusion, this feeling of, is this what I want to do? Is this in balance with my home, with my family life? Remember that oppositions, whenever there's an opposition between, in this case, Saturn and all the personal planets that are opposing Saturn in your 10th house, whenever there is an opposition, it means that you're not content. It means that you want that equilibrium, and that the equilibrium is not there. So it can either be, or you feel too much pressure of responsibilities on your home life, or it can mean that you are too much out there, out and about, and your home life suffers because of that. So it depends on your context. And adding this to all the mix is that Neptune is in your 7th house, also squaring up to that 10th house in your 4th house. What does it mean? If you are in a relationship, it means that the relationship, that maybe that person that you are close to is acting differently, is acting strangely in your point of view, is maybe not knowing where they're heading at. And because of that, you may be drawn into their drama. But don't. Just stay with yourself. That's the biggest advice for the Virgo, the Saturn in the 4th house. Stay with you. Stay with your house. And you can do that because Virgos, therefore, are great helpers because they know the objectivity. They know that in order to help others, I need to listen, I need to feel them and to understand them, better understanding them and knowing what they're going through, but I also need to have a little bit of distance. The door needs to be a bit closed in order for them to be open as well. So the Virgos know that, and that's going to help you during the month of May if your relationship is going like I just described. If you're not in a relationship and you are dating, maybe there is a bit of confusion going on there. You don't know exactly who that person is. You can't pinpoint him or her. And this is exactly, or maybe there are 2 people that you are interested in. Because Neptune is a lot of fog, and it could mean that you just don't know how to make your choice. Well, then the advice is just let it do what it does and don't make a decision after the let's say, the 2nd week of June, in order for you to commit yourself to someone. Just enjoy the attention or enjoy what is happening with you. But I would recommend to just try to get to know this person, but stay with the feet on ground. Again, stay with yourself. This is really a message for the Virgo. And then this month will be not a bad month at all. It won't be. It can be very frustrating if you are not aware of this energy. But it can at the same time be very rewarding if you know what's happening. If you know why this confusion is there, it's there because you're going to make a very important decision, considering work, that's the 10th house, considering your home family, considering relationships, and therefore it's very human that if we make a very important decision that we doubt every once in a while. So don't be angry with yourself because you feel that you are doubting. It's actually a good thing. It means that it's worth to doubt. So it's a lot of, this month for you Virgo is a lot of awareness, being aware of the energy, being aware that this frustrational energy is not about making life hard for you. It's about knowing exactly what your priorities are. So that's what's happening with you. And next month, this will really help you out. You really will know what you are heading at, because Mercury and Mars is in your 10th house, and the Sun will be there as well. So this is a lot about your direction. And in order for you to know exactly where your direction is, maybe it's good to be not knowing in the first place and to look at the different paths. But you don't have to live them out, all those different paths. You can just think about it. That's the Mercury retrograde. And then make your decision around half of the next month, half June, that is. So big message there for the Virgos. Very, very important month for you. So it's a lot about thinking, and it's a lot about not rushing yourself. And then another thing that is going on is the fixed star Caput Algol. What is that all about? Caput Algol is a fixed star that is often used in horary astrology. And I never use it in transits, only when I see like thousands of transits going on there. Not thousands, but a lot. And a lot of planets have gone over that fixed star of 26 degrees of Taurus. And that's your 3rd house. That's also a very thinking house. You like that house because it's a rational house. And the fixed star, so the Sun has been crossing there Mars has been crossing there, Mercury has been crossing there, so it's really activated. And there is going to be a new moon on the 18th. So the sun and the moon together on that particular point, in that 3rd house. And what does it mean for you, Virgo? Well, Caput Algol is all about don't lose your head. And that's the message, don't lose your head. And this is going together with what I just told you about things will be not easy for you this month to figure out on a rational level. But you still have to do that. You still have to go through the process of thinking about certain things, about your job, about your relationship, about your home, but not through the thinking process, not carried away by all of this. That's the best advice. Just don't get yourself carried away with it and you'll be fine. That's the Caput Algol. The Caput Algol tends to, I don't see here anymore. It's just too confusing. Instead of the confusing, again, I repeat myself, just know why this is the confusing time now, because you are going into clarity and it's very important for you. But it's a process. You cannot rush things, especially with Saturn in your 4th house. You cannot rush things. Okay? So what a month is this for you? So the more easy going you do with this month, the better you will be able to make your choices next month. So this is the month for you Virgos. I think this is the most important. Use the time. Don't rush into things. Take your time to rethink. It's a lot about rethinking with the Mercury retrograde. And you can either frustrate yourself by saying, oh, I want to have the solution, or you can either say, okay, I'll take the time to rethink. And then you will be fine. Thank you so very much for watching, you dear Virgos, and see you again next month. Bye-bye.